about to get straight to this. So, for those who may read the caption on this, you definitely gonna see it says message to my son. So that's who this was for. So I'm gonna do my best to keep this as self-censored as possible, so when I start sharing stuff on other platforms, I don't have to do too much editing, right? But as I said, this is a message to my son, and anything that I present documentation-wise is already copywritten under Chubb Studios TM. And with that being said, I gotta say this first. Hey son, remember when I was in Maryland and you called me and you said, "Happy Father's Day, Daddy"? And right after you said that, you said, F-U-B-N-word. And I was like, what? Ain't no way my son just did that. Nah, bro, you ain't did that. You ain't disrespect me like that, bro. Like, at this time, you 14. You just get to your mama house, and I'm like, bro, where this animosity and anger coming from? You ain't never been like that with me. And I call a number back, because you know if you would have called private, I wouldn't have answered. So I call the number back, and you start laughing like, bro, you know I can get to you, bro. What? Watch when I see you. Your words to me were, you can't get to me. I said, bro, I knew who you was before you left type stuff, bro. Like, what you talking about? You don't know? All right, cool. But in his mind, he felt invincible because he was on the other side of that phone. But it was like, where's this anger coming from, bro? Because me and you been better than that. Like, the first 5 years of your life was not nowhere near what most kids would have had with their father. And I went hard to provide that, even with the injuries, the damage, the broken legs, the back, the arm, and, you know, the situation that I was in. But I still remember that. I remember that F you to daddy. Like, word. Wish we was better than that. Because for me to win custody a second time and still not have a relationship says a lot. But I have to say this to you now. Happy birthday, son. Now I'm going to just tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth, right? And the reason why I got to tell the truth is because you, your mama, and your grandmama, my blood mother, have been out here lying on me. Because y'all been trying to get me locked up since 2012. And the sad part is I got the proof on top of proof to prove it. Because if I didn't, I would have been locked up a long time ago. And it's crazy because when your mama and your granny been crying wolf and sending DSS and the police to my house, and y'all did all of this under false pretense, and then for me to show these people proof, the first thing they say to me is, oh, y'all got to handle that in civil court. Or y'all got to handle that amongst yourselves. But if they say, he over there beating on his son, and now my child is agreeing with the nonsense. But I say a lot, boy. But I know your mama been saying a lot, but I actually got some stuff you ain't never heard her say before. Because people will tell me the truth and tell you something different. This ain't pre-recorded. This is live. I am talking to you right now, Keish. Because, as I said before, I am tired of them lying on me. I am tired of them attacking me. I can show you paperwork, documentation. I can show you court documents on top of documents. Bro, who you know had to fight for custody after winning custody 6 months later from their own mama? You know what I'm saying? Like, who had to do that? I had to do that. And I had to do that after a motorcycle accident that literally killed me 3 times over. My son. So when I say what I say, like, I really have love you in a way you could maybe never understand at this moment. But not just being a man or a father, I always saw myself as a child first, because that's where we all come from. So when I tell you I know what you're dealing with. I understand what you're going through. Don't tell me I don't, because I promise you I do. I know how it feels for your mama to try to manipulate you and constantly lie to you about your father. I know how it feels for people to try to pull on your strings and make you feel some type of way about somebody. And in reality, you just trying to figure out life because you a child. I know how that feels. But once again, I want you to hear the truth. And the first piece of truth is your own mama. I'm going to let you hear your mama, bro. Because this one conversation from January 4th, 2022, where me and your mama was communicating. And by the way, I dare y'all to try to come after me about anything documentation-wise, because that court order is null and void now. The same court order that I had to put into place so I could be a daddy and try to do the right thing, y'all was literally using against me to try to make sure if I say anything wrong, y'all can hold that up in court, not just to take my child, but y'all constantly attacking me for my disability income. Let's talk about that. You know? And it's crazy that I'm already hurt and damaged and in the process of trying to be a daddy. And learn that my own mother been stealing from us. Like, that's the truth. And now I've made a decision that every week I am going to sit here and I'm going to go through all of the documentation that I had to create to protect myself since 2012 till now, of how I had to not only stay close to you, but how I had to show the police, how I had to show DSS, family members, that they lying. They lying. Because right now, the crazy story your mama got you saying, and it's bothering me because how do you look at me as a daddy, knowing that I fought for custody not once, not twice, but 3 different times and came out on top? I'm sitting in the room that's supposed to be yours right now as I record this. My new studio space now. But what's crazy is they got you so amped up and emotionally angered that you want to throw balls with me. You telling people you want to shoot me. You say to me, I got you on recorded saying you want to shoot me, bruh. Me and you ain't never been like that. Like, the first 5 years, well, even the first 2, you ain't fully understand because your mama was too busy being petty even then. And it's like, how you being petty with me because I've been in a motorcycle accident? I didn't ask for this. But we gonna really rewind to the foundation because my goal, and as I said, I'm gonna do this every week for 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and start. Matter of fact, let me put this timer on right now because I really want to make this a routine of mine starting today. I'm gonna put this timer on and we're gonna go for 30 minutes, y'all. And for the next 30 minutes, I am going to sit here and just speak the truth. No, I want an alarm. I need a 30-minute alarm real quick. Because I really want him and the world to know what really happened. Because I'm done. Like, I'm tired. I'm not dealing with this no more on this level. For them to constantly keep attacking me and doing what they've been doing for the last, wow, it's been 18 years that I've been trying to be a daddy, but I've been in court for 12. I've been in court for 12 different years, in and out, traveling from state to state, doing all of this stuff just so I can stay close to you, son. Just so I can stay close to you. And for me to go as hard as I did. I made sure I recorded that. For the next 30 minutes, I'm going to just sit here and tell you the truth. Starting with the foundation of me and your mama. I know her from middle school, right? She tried to holler at me. Y'all know school back in the day, we used to have a little paper attendance. I used to do the attendance, and she noticed me type thing. And it's like, okay, cool, I see you. But I was in high school, if at that time, and I was like, no, I'm chill. Like, I ain't even want a girlfriend. But that ain't even it, though. It was like, we ended up hooking up 17. Then we started messing with each other again, 18. It was like, all right, we off and on dealing with each other. But I'm like, all right, well, maybe we, you know what I'm saying, we end up moving to Somerville. And after we moved to Somerville, I ended up running back into her off and on. Ain't been nothing real too serious between us. It was almost like we were just kind of little, as they would say back in the day, cotty buddy, right? Right? Well, I made a decision after seeing her with her daughter, who was 2 months old, in this situation where she's telling me the baby daddy beating on her, putting hands on her. I pull her out her mama house, put her in my mama house with her 2-month-old daughter. And my mother was so okay with it that she gave her a room with her daughter. It's like, what? Thank you, mama. Or so I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, she got my back like I think she got my back. But as I'm sitting here trying to build this new life, I'm now working a decent job. Find out I got a little boy on the way. But now we go fast forward to the part to where, like, we got the TV, we got the apartment, we got things in order, and I get in a motorcycle accident. That's where everything flipped. This motorcycle accident. I'm thinking things cool. I had 2 motorcycles, I had 2 cars, I had an apartment, you know what I'm saying, I was getting ready for my son, and whole life get flipped. Not because I was doing nothing crazy, but because I went to go do a tune-up on somebody's bike before bike week, right? That's, for anybody who ever wanted to know, y'all listening to this story, that's what happened. I ain't been doing nothing crazy. I was trying to fix somebody else's bike for bike week, and this guy jumps on the motorcycle after I told him to let me take it around the block, and he gets on it, you know what I'm saying, kind of like all extra excited, but I jump on my motorcycle behind him to make sure his bike was okay, because I just did a full tune-up, changed the oil, spark plugs, all that, put it back together. So I'm like, yo, I want to be the one to take it around the block. He was like, nah, man, you know, let me take it. Well, me end up taking off on my bike behind him. When we get to this curve, I didn't realize it till it was too late that he was afraid of the curve. He did not want to lean his motorcycle in that curve. And while he did not want to lean his motorcycle, that ended up trapping me on the outside. So when we ended up colliding, he went one way, I went the other. You know what I'm saying? Last I remember, he went this way and he fractured his collarbone and bruised some ribs. I went the other way. I went into a ditch, came out the ditch and hit the back of a parked car. I broke my back and both legs. After that, I remember ragdolling across the car trying to catch myself, right? So as I try to catch myself, I break my break this left arm, fracture my right ankle, puncture my left lung, and was coughing up blood. I remember this, okay? I remember this. And I remember laying there on that ground, coughing up blood, as one of the dudes pull up after they kind of realized something happened up the road. And it's one of the dude who bike I was working on, one of his cousins. I was like, oh, man, Chubb, stay right there, man. Ambulance on the way. And in my mind, I'm like, bro, why you telling me to stay here, bro? I know I'm hurt, bro. Like, I'm not going nowhere. Like, what, really? Boy, I know I'm toe up, bro. I know I'm hurt. And, you know, like, I got other choice words I want to say right now, but I just want to say, like, in that moment, I died, bro. Not once, not twice, 3 different times. 3 different times. And then after being comatose for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, I didn't have to come back and realize that this is me now. They telling me you're not going to walk for 2 years, bro. What? They tell you, bro, you got to learn how to do all this all over again. Come on, bro. Oh, by the way, you almost lost your left leg. Say what? That's why I got all these tubes and scars and stuff all on my chest. Like, what? Yeah, man, you been in a bad motorcycle accident. You don't remember what happened? Man, I don't even know how I got here. How this happened? What happened? What? No, bro. And then for them to tell me, yo, hey, if you don't do this, like, you're going to have to probably be in a wheelchair trying to take care of your son. You know what I'm saying? Your son about to be born in like 2 months. No. I literally said to them doctors, bro, I'm going to get up and hold my child. I'm going to stand up and hold my son. I don't care what y'all say. My son ain't going to have no vegetable for no daddy. He's not going to do that. Nope. That's what was on my mind. Nope. My son ain't going to have no vegetable for no daddy. I was like, all right. I got to get back on my feet. So I go through the process. They put me in Health South. They literally have me, you know what I'm saying, go through rehabilitation. While I'm dealing with other things and learning how to walk again and ready to go to the bathroom for the first time, bro. Whoo! Especially you got a bracket in your back. Oh, boy. Wait, listen. I'm grateful I overcame that. I overcame a lot of that. And still in pain every day. You've seen it. You know it. Like, you've been around me. You know what I'm saying? No matter how hard I be out here tattooing and rapping and being around the world and doing what I'm doing, but you see me, you know when I'm hurt so bad I can't move. And the sad part about that is your own granny and your mom be trying to use that against me, saying that since I have those moments, I can't take care of you. But you know that ain't the case. You know your daddy up and down this road like it's nothing when it's time to get to this money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done see me out here getting it. I done show you how to get it. I even try to help you get it. But yet and still, you got these 2 little people in your ear. Ow, that hurt. I had to realize my arm still hurt. You got these 2 people in your ear about how they feel about your daddy. You don't think something wrong with that? Well, I'm grateful that I was the eldest of 5. And my mom really wasn't paying that much attention to me, but I was paying attention to her. And I learned a lot. I had to learn how to be an adult real fast. And not just being an adult, like understanding the value of being an adult and how to operate. You know what I'm saying? Like, when your mama ain't there, who gonna feed your brothers and sisters when you the oldest? Feel me? When you may have babysitters who doing their job at time. Most of the time you don't, because your mama doing their own thing. Right? But that ain't the part that tear me up with me and you, son. The part that tear me up is we was better than this. We was way better than this. You know? Like, you start recognizing them scars and you been rubbing on daddy, like, does it still hurt, daddy? Does it feel bad, or does it, you know? And those things don't stick with me. They stick with me so much I got video. Yeah. But once again, I just want to tell you the truth. Because what your mama done told you and what you feel you had to do in the moment that you had to swing on me, like, boy, I way past fighting people. So for me to even try to fisticuff with you, understand that's only a very small level of respect because you my son. You should never have to throw your hands at me for no reason. And even out of discipline for you, like, it's crazy that we're here now. But I understand why we're here. And that's why I feel I have to tell you the truth. Because I'm not about to allow y'all to keep making these falsified stories about me. Literally, I can show y'all police documentation of people making false narratives and trying to paint me as an abusive father or I'm some type of criminal daddy. And it's like, Bro, you supposed to be my boy, and you with that? You think that's cool? No, ain't no way, bro. How would you feel if somebody did it to you? That's the real question. But back to the truth, though. After that motorcycle accident happened, and after I had to learn how to walk again, and after I had to learn how to try to figure out to get back to somewhat to life, I didn't know your grandmama was behind my back trying to manipulate my funds and making life hard for us. I didn't know. I didn't know your grandmama was literally lying to the Social Security Department and telling them that she had more control over you than I did, when I'm the one fighting for custody. What? How you got more? I'm the daddy, but you telling people you the primary. It's like, what? Why are you doing that? Please stop that, because you're not the primary. I'm the primary of my child, okay? I'm the custodian. Why are you telling people that? I learned later that my mother was literally in our pocket, not just mine, son. She was in our pocket. She been taking your check and taking money from me. She been taking from the both of us and literally went out her way to separate us so I couldn't be close to you. Now, I did a lot to stay close to you. She went so hard that she not only evicted me, right? She lied to the courts so that way she could try to take custody from me 6 months after I won custody. That's what your grandmama did. But we ain't even get to that deep of what your grandmama did. We still on what your mama been doing. And it's kind of still is. And yeah, I mean kind of still is. Because for me to get served documentation to go to court in April of 2025, because you claim I abandoned my son, boy, get out of here. You ain't been in his life until he been 14. But hold up, we're going to get to the source of this, about how your mama was already from the start being petty. And not only was she being petty, she was so petty with it that in January 4th of 2022, we was having a conversation about you, and I had to correct her and was like, yo, like, what are you talking about? We don't even need to get on that because we not together. We not together. We just trying to focus on what's best for my son because I remember what you did. She was like, well, no, this is how this happened. You did me like this and you did me like that. And she was like, you're right. I remember that. Matter of fact, I'm going to let her tell you yourself because she called me back. And when she called me back, this is what she said. This your mama, son.
Hello.
Chubby.
Yeah.
This thing is really kind of bothering me, so I just need to, I ain't trying to do well on the path, but now that we done brought it up, it's like really got me thinking. So if whatever I did to you in the past, please, I'm asking for forgiveness. Whatever I did, can you please forgive me?
What's done is done. I'm trying to move forward.
I understand that. But why you gotta be so hard?
As a person.
Why you focusing on me being hard? What you apologizing for? You know what you did. You know exactly what you did. What your mama did, son, was literally 4 months after you was born. She was cheating on me with somebody else while she riding around in my car. I am learning how to walk, and she dealing with her ex, the same ex. I almost put a pistol in his face because he trying to fight a female. That's what been going on, bro. But when I get hurt, everybody starts stepping on me. And they would start stepping on me, and I ain't even realize it because I ain't too busy trying to learn how to get back to normal. And then my son is born. Now I gotta be a daddy with 2 broken legs, a broken arm, and a broken back, and a body brace. But I did it. Because you can ask anybody who used to be in that house who would put you to sleep. I would rock you to sleep, literally. In a body brace. You would cry if I didn't pick you up the way I would pick you up. I still got the memories. But the truth, once again, is how your mama literally kicked me out. Because I find out she cheating on me. Hold up, we're going to get to that moment real fast. I asked to use the phone because my phone get destroyed in a motorcycle accident. This is the conversation where she say, oh, I remember that. And like, I can let you hear that too. I literally can go to that right now and let you hear that conversation where I address all of these things. Matter of fact, let's go to it. Because this is the same time where... Hold on, we're going to let you hear it. I'm gonna let you hear it. What was said and what was done. Let's get to the real meat and potatoes of this. I was fresh out of a motorcycle accident, so you didn't see me in the same light, so you choose to go the other way. That was your decision. Now... No,
you forgot about what happened, didn't you?
What happened?
Because we had this conversation, Chubby. We really had this conversation.
I'm asking now what happened, because what I remember from 2007 was I had a motorcycle accident 2 months before my son was born. Mm-hmm. And I got word that from the man himself that you had sex with him while you were pregnant with D'Angelo. So I was like, wow. And then I asked you about it. And then I asked him about it. And he said, yeah, laugh at me and hang up the phone.
That wasn't true. That was not true. I never had, and I can admit it. I'm a grown woman. I never had sex with anybody other than you when I was pregnant with D'Angelo. And the reason that I did not want to be with you no more is because remember when we used to have the same type of phone, and you took my phone and left your phone at home. And when I saw your text messages, yes, I saw your text messages, and I saw a girl said something about what she said, something about can you come hold me tonight, or I missed you or something.
No.
And then it was another one. I gave you the ultimatum because I felt like something was going to happen, and I was like, it's either you choose us, or you choose this motorcycle. What the thing was that you was in Bike Club.
I'll tell you, that's not how that happened.
What you mean?
Let me tell you what really happened. So Daria was the girl you're talking about, and I can call her because Daria reached out to me because she had got broken up with her homeboy, and she said, can I come talk to you? You and your sister Lizzie went outside to communicate with her and even asked her while you were pregnant, do we need to go beat somebody's ass, jokingly? Now, that's the only conversation I've ever had with that. But as far as the motorcycle life, that never was an issue. Now, when my accident came to be, there was no phone. There was no phone situation besides the one where I got your phone because I needed, and it wasn't because my phone was at my mama's house. My phone got destroyed in a motorcycle accident. So I had no phone. And I was asking you to use your phone as you kept telling me my phone charged and my phone dead. So when I get up on my walker to go get the phone, your response was, don't go digging. And I said, why would you say that? You heard me. Don't go digging. No, this is after the accident. I'm telling you, this is after the accident, and we in Boone West.
After the accident, I decided not to be with you after the accident.
So why was I in my house with you at Boone West?
What you mean? You was still on track side. Listen, this story is a little mixed up and a little foggy.
No, it's not foggy because this is the same time where you actually put your hands on me because I found what was in your phone.
So when we was in Boone West.
When we was in Boone West, yeah, you hit me in my back, you knocked your phone out my hand and mugged me in the back of my head and said you need to tell your mama to come get you. That's what happened. But we ain't even on that.
I remember that.
Yeah, so if you can remember that. I remember that. That ain't me talking, son. That's your mama. I remember that. Your mama put her hands on me. I ain't never did that to that woman. Never. So for you to play into what these people talking about and whatever lies they got you believing, I'ma just sit here and tell the truth, bro, because y'all playing with my legacy now. Y'all been doing it for a long time. And the only reason why I have to wait till now is because after talking to my legal team, they're telling me, no, just wait until the stipulations of that court order is done, because then they can't hold nothing against you and you can say whatever you got to say because he is now an adult. Not to mention, I shouldn't have to go this hard trying to do the right thing when I was already giving you the game before it came to you, bro. Like I told you they was gonna do this. I told you. Just understand your daddy ain't like that. Understand your daddy ain't gonna do this. Understand your daddy here for you. You need to talk to me. I'm right here. I'm right here. But for you to put your hands up, bro, like that's something I ain't gonna never be able to really just look at the same, you know? And it's still crazy to me how hard you going for people that you've really just got introduced to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that's your blood, that's your family, but for you to be out here trying to take on people beef and like, you think I don't know what you're doing, bruh, you my child. I know what you're doing even when I don't want to. You know? And as I said, I'm gonna just keep telling you the truth, bro, because a whole lot happened that really killed our relationship that shouldn't have happened. I didn't want that to happen for us. But I learned through time and situations that not everybody gonna do right by you. Not everybody got the same heart as you do. So you might think you going hard for your cousins, your family, your homies, your gang members or whoever. Bruh, when that scenario pop up, you gonna see who they and who not real quick. And it's crazy because for those first 5 years with us, where I can literally show you on my hip, you in that little Cadillac Escalade, your daddy bought all that stuff, bro. We had outfits, boy. Your daddy had all kind of dopeness for you. And now, we ain't even got a relationship. So that's what it is. You know? When I see that version of me and you, like, wow. When I see these versions, you know what I'm saying? You know, and when I see these versions, Daddy put you on Chinatown, bro. Every time they see me go in there, they ask about you. They know you my child. When they see you come in there, they tell me when you in there. You think you be moving around and I don't know how you moving, bro? Like, man, it's just crazy because, like, now ain't nothing there. Because I refuse to be disrespected. I refuse to allow these people to use you to hurt the both of us. Because when you attacking me for them, you ain't just hurting me, but you hurting you too. Because there's so much things that I could give and teach and game and just help, and even connections that you could get through me that you are losing. Because they got you mad at your daddy. They got you mad at your daddy. And when I listen to them, I got it. I got it. I got all the documents. I got all the receipts. I got it. I already tell you time and time again, you come talk to me, bro. But when we got these versions of you where you like this.
Say what? Oh, what you say Mama done got over there? What Granny got at her house?
Roaches.
Got roaches? Them big roaches?
Yeah, the big roaches and the little roaches.
Yeah, see, that's why Daddy had to get out there. Daddy don't want you in that. See, that's why Daddy ain't got no roaches here.
They didn't come from they come from the, roaches don't like rain.
Yeah, they be in the house because they're hiding from the rain. They be in the
No,
wall.
cause they was in the bathtub.
They was in the bathtub?
Yeah. They come out of the bathtub.
Yeah, that's nasty. Daddy don't want you in that house.
And I'm not gonna take a bath.
Yeah, well, don't worry.
And my feet got dirty.
Yeah, well, don't worry. You got your own bathroom here.
I know.
Got your own bathroom.
Cause I hate that bathroom.
Would I be?
Right. But like I said, bro, I just could tell you the truth. That's it. Y'all been lying on me since 2012. And now you helping them lie? It's crazy. But once again, I got documentation on YouTube when it comes down to it. Video of you literally holding up sticks, as you say. And threatening people. That's crazy to me, bro. Like, that's stupid criminal mentality to me, bro. Like, come on, bro. Do better. Do so much better. This arm hurts. Woosah. But when it come back to how you got to me, bro, your mother dropped you off at the front door at 6 months old. Okay? After your mother cheated on me and did all that craziness, her apartment became the hot spot. Everybody was over there. Okay? For whatever reason. I don't know. Well, no, that's not the one. We still got 2 more minutes. But yeah, her apartment was the hot spot. It became such the hot spot that something went down over there. And, you know what I'm saying, she got whatever stories they got, but I got the stories from the sources when it happened. Not to mention it was on the news when it happened. Like, it was so much craziness. But like, your mama dropped you off with your big sister at my front door, okay? When she dropped you off, I told her I'll take care of both of them. And she just cried, I don't know what's going on, and I can't explain right now. And I'm like, what's happening? What's wrong? What's going on? She can't tell me. So I talked to your grandmama, who finds out that it's because something happened at the apartment. Somebody got jumped. What? Now that right there, do your research. Because if I'm mistaken, that's probably still inside the South Carolina Department of Justice system or whatever. But her record's about that lynching charge. Because after that 6 months, after you got dropped off, about 2 months later, your mama goes to jail. Okay? So while your mama been in jail, you was with your daddy. I was doing what I needed to do to make sure you was good and some. You had your own bed. You remember, your room and all that. You remember all that. But like, we literally about to come to this 30-minute marker. And I'm about to cut this short, but just know we'll stop right here at where your mama dropped you off and she went to jail. Next week, I will be back here to finish tell everybody what's happening, what's been going on, as I talk to you, my son, about the truth and what really been going on and how your daddy been trying to be a daddy. So, what's up, my guy, Jack? I see you plugging in at the end of my series. Like, this is the first episode of the message to my son. As I say, I'm going to keep telling the truth. But my truth come with receipts. We got documentation. We got voice recordings. We got video. We got everything on deck. Because I had to do this to protect my freedom. And if I didn't do this to protect my freedom, I would have been in jail a long time ago. And the sad part about that is I got proof. I got proof. Y'all wouldn't even know until I said what I'm saying today. Because I just try to show y'all the positive. I just try to be productive. And that is who I am. I try to be that artistic guy that's trying to build something great for people to recognize and just, enjoy. That's why I do tattoos, to make sure y'all get dope work. Make sure y'all can actually have art that y'all proud of on y'all skin. You know what I'm saying? That's why I go hard for y'all. That's why I'm grateful y'all go hard for me. But once again, this truth got to be told, because I refuse to be lied on anymore. Thank y'all.